like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Now Sacramento starting 5. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. Got that one up quick.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Crowder from outside. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Ellis has got 5.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Avdia can't hit. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Now here's Henderson. Fires for 3. Rebound by Murray. Stolen to the inside. And finished off by Avdia.
And from distance, no less. What an amazing pass.
That's about as long an alley-oop pass as you're going to see. Puts up a 3. And Zach LaVine hits from deep.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When LaVine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
The kick out to Crowder. Fires it up. LaVine passes to Ellis. Shoots over Henderson. Ellis can't get it to go.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Pass to Sharp. Drills it from outside.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
For 3, LaVine. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. LaVine's got his second basket.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now, here's Sharp. Henderson outside. Stolen by LaVine. And now the Kings fast break. And stolen by Sharp. From outside the arc. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, he almost has to foul.
And both free throws good for Williams.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
For 3, LaVine. Portland grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. LaVine inside the 3-point line. Now let's the pass to LaVine. Fires the 3. Avdia with the rebound. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
LaVine with it. He has 6. To halt the run. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by LaVine. 8 points for Ellis.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For 3, Henderson. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Kings have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Outside, Levine. Pass to Crowder. Clock at 6. Stolen by Henderson. And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up from the wing. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Sharp's got 5.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Levine's shot is off.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
They get the rebound. Pass to Kamare. And here's Sharp. Avdia on the wing. Over Murray. No good on the last second attempt there. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Trail. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
On the court for Sacramento. Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Wiles out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Davis at the point.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
From deep, Walker. Sacramento grabs the miss. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And here is Ayton. Following the three-pointer by Malik Monks. Took him no time at all on that one. Ayton's got his second bucket.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Monk for 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Simons surveying the D. Davis up top, covered by Simons. Davis dishes to Valanciunas. Pass to Wiles. Fader on the way, and that one drops.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Simons against Davis. Here's Rupert. Outside, Walker from outside the arc. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Monk for 3. A rebound by Simons. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Portland leading by 3. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Grant. Shoots a fader, and the shot goes down. Grant's got his first basket.
And mid-range isn't exactly Grant's go-to spot, but he takes a focused shot there and gets it to go.
Davis in the corner. Now Wiles. Back to Davis. Valanciunas with a screen on Simons. Davis kicks to Wiles. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
For 3.
Wiles got 5 points now in the quarter. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. You could pick anyone in the NBA. Who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw.
In the air and down hard.
Oh, stop.
Monk for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Monk's got 6.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke
a monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
First team foul.
Here's Simons. Grant on the wing. From past the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 4. DeRozan with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19. He's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. Confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, you certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And here's Davis for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Simons, the pass to Ayton. Puts up a 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
Sacramento foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
First.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Trailblazers.
He's off on the second.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton. A 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Trailblazers leading by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Rob Williams is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Kamare. A three-pointer off the mark. The Kings trail by 11. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough. That is a big-time shot and a really dumb foul. Don't give him the and one on a three-pointer.
Sacramento shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Avdia. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Crowder sets a screen for Levine. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Pass to Kamare. Three-pointer. Outside, Avdia. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Avdia's got 11 points.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Sharp finds Williams. Here's Avdia. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Not only can Murray run, he's smart. He knows where to be on the floor.
Pass to Sharp. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 8 points for him. The Kings trail by 10. Here's Crowder. In the corner, it's Levine. Out left to the wing. Williams against Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Levine. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Mercy. That was downright dirty. Levine. Yes, sir.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Sabonis. Trey Lyles comes in for Murray. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Crowder. And it's Terrence Davis in for Ellis. Grant surveying the D. Fades away. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
And blessed with high-level explosiveness, Levine is no stranger to finishing in the air.
Simons from outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to DeRozan. For the lead, again, Sacramento. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
The coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Levine dishes to Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Monk's checked in for Sacramento. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Ayton, and it's blocked. Here's Valanciunas. Nothing on the board. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Walker from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Out to the right wing. Here's Valanciunas. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. It's a 5-point game. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Trey Lyles out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Davis at the 1 spot. Simons kicks to Walker. A fader. Back to Simons. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Kings. On the wing, Monk. Stolen by Grant. And here's the break.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Lyles with the screen. Outside DeRozan. Outside for Davis. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 7. Three-pointer, Simon. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
DeRozan, that's good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And he gets it back. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
The Kings trail by 5. Ellis with the screen for DeRozan. Outside for Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Henderson outside. Pass to Kamare. Now Sharp. Outside, Avdia. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And Avdia, the bucket on the assist by Williams. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Murray against Avdia. Back to Murray. Kick out to Levine. And stolen by Sharp. Got a piece of it. Sabonis with the steal. For 3, Murray. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And Murray loves knocking down the big shot. He does not fear the moment.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Avdia can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Levine passes to Sabonis. Back to Levine. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Over in the corner, Ellis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Henderson dishes to Avdia. Portland again missing.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go. Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Avdia against Murray. Here's Sharp. Portland again missing.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Murray a screen on Sharp. Levine for 3. Portland grabs the miss. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Sharp missing. And here now the Kings. They're on a 16-5 run here. Off target from outside. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Here's Sacramento. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Ellis right side. Shoots over Henderson. And that one's good, Ellis. Ellis has got the lead up to 6 now for Sacramento.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Pass to DeRozan. Levine with it. Fires the 3. Can't connect. So the Kings win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. All right, David, thank you.
It's been a great
And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view
Celtics looking for answers.
in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And the starting group for the Celtics. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Grant. The 3 is up. Holiday grabs the miss. Brown passes to White. Outside Tatum. Offline with a 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Avdia from outside, counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Grant with a steal. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Celtics. And it's Simons missing. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Porzingis, high post. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And look at Porzingis hustling in transition, getting there to complete the fast break.
Grant outside. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Pass to Kamari. Got a piece of it. And here come the Celtics again. Boston on the fast break. Here's Tatum. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Tatum's got 5 now.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Fires from deep. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
This is what great scorers do. Tatum rises to the three-point challenge.
Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Here's Tatum. Portland making their last shot. The 3 is up. Avdia pulls it in. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. There's Simons with a 3. Pass to Kamari. Avdia outside. From downtown, drops in the 3. He has 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Simons. Yet to see a basket.
Nice lob. This is where Klingon can get a lot of his points early on while he's developing the rest of his game.
Simons with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Avdia against White. Pass to Kamari. Down low. Here's Klingon. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
At 7'2", Klingon is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
Here's Tatum. Gets an open look and hits it. Tatum's got 10.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Out to Simons. Now Avdia. He has 6. Pass to Graham. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown.
Quick shooting from Graham. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Right side Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Avdia from outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Portland closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Al Horford, and it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Craig no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Henderson finds Sharp. He drops it from range. 5 points in the game.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Here's Shireman. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Back to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Now here's Henderson. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Out of bounds, it'll be Portland's ball.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
Portland leading by 12. Outside Sharp. Launches a 3. Hauser grabs the board. So it's Boston now. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter. Horford passes to Craig. Horford inside. Walker covering. Horford can't hit. And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Horford for 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Portland has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. And the jam by Walker.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game. Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Pass to Thibault. Second chance effort. Outside for Henderson. Outside Thibault. Outside Sharp from deep. That one doesn't go. He's just 2 for 5. Celtics trail by 17. Horford outside. Here's Pritchard. Can they get it? Nope. Another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Sharp with it. Picked up by Craig. They get the rebound. Outside Sharp. Ooh, poked away. Pass to Reith. Henderson outside. Another shot. Good as the jump shot falls. Reith's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Horford passes to Pritchard. Takes the three. Again, the miss by Boston.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now here's Sharp. The shot comes out. Horford with some nice D. Celtics trail by 19. The three from Craig. And it's Reith with the rebound. Reith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Sharp passes to Walker. Outside Sharp. Pass to Reith. Launches it. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He kicks it out, takes advantage of the open space. That'll leave a defense scrambling.
Outside Craig. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Reith. Walker passes to Thibault. Jacks up a three. Walker's shot is off. Boston's shooting poorly, just 30% so far. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Boston shooting their first free throw of the night. Now here's Henderson. Defense right on him. Back to Sharp for three. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back after this.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
We've got Anthony Simons. Also Abdia out there. Klingin out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamare in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Now here's Abdia. And here's Simons. Pass to Klingin. 4 on the clock. From the corner. Hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 19. And you watch Donovan Klingin. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Porzingis with a screen on Grant. Brown finds Porzingis. Tatum with it. There's the triple. Avdia pulls it in. Trailblazers lead by 18. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. On the wing, Simons. He's covered by Holiday. Simons outside. Knocks down the triple. Simons got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 11. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Look at the big Tatum from the coffin corner.
And here's Grant from the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 18. Outside White. Grant against Tatum. Over Grant. Here's Porzingis, and that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
There's Simons with a 3. Outside for Grant. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J. Grant's got 9 points.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Here's Klingon. He's got 11. Avdia passes to Graham. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 21. Pass to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Now Tatum. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Klingon, defended by Porzingis. Back to Simons. Off the outside. Five on the clock. From downtown. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
3 points.
Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
Putting his court vision on full display. Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
Now here's Grant. 9 points in the game. Simon's shot is good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tatum can't hit. Grant against Brown. Grant, the pass to Avdia. To the inside. Here's Kamari. From behind the arc. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. A huge... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Brown with the steal. Outside Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. From outside, off the mark.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Hits the three-pointer.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Now here's Henderson. Pass to Thibault. Walker for 3. Drills it from deep.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
They get it back. Outside Holiday. Fires from deep. And he can't get that one. Portland leading by 22. Here's Thibault. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Gone 2 of 2 from outside so far. Oh!
Okay, that's just insane.
Strong finish. Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Outside Sharp. Launches it. Boston pulls it in.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Pass to Reith. Henderson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Brown against Thibault. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got 20 points.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Portland leading by 22. Back to Henderson. Here he goes. Walker passes to Sharp. Out left to the wing. Inside. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For 3, Porzingis. They get it back. Brown passes to Holiday. Tatum with it. Goes back up. Tatum with another miss.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Trailblazers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And what a huge performance it was for Donovan Clingan.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
That one's good. Reith.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
43 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Henderson, the pass to Sharp. Outside Thibault. Henderson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Walker. The 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. There's Tatum with the 3. Portland with a rebound. Now here's Walker. Sharp with it. Fires from way outside. No good. So no problem for Portland as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it.
talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the small forward. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Tatum. It's hauled in by the Kings. Here's Sabonis. No good on the 3. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
The Kings making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Walsh is checked in. Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brett, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Levine's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Tatum with it. Guarded by Murray. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. For 3, Levine. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And it goes down 2 points.
CTH. Can't teach height. Porzingis is big and completes the play.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Celtics ball.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Holiday connects from 3-point range.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Now here's Crowder. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. White finds Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. For 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
And Valanciunas penetrating. Levine wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside, Porzingis. White the pass to Porzingis. Tatum, that's for 2, and it falls over the rim and in. Tatum's got 5 now.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Here's White. No scoring in this one. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Outside, White. Left side, Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Tatum down low. He's covered by Murray. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Murray dishes to Levine. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's White. Good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And so it's Boston looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Sabonis is out there with Lyons. And it's Davis at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings.
Oh, that's a terrific dime from DeRozan. And this is why guys enjoy playing with him.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Inside. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Yep, it counts.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Miles passes to Monk. Good on the triple.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. The tray. Here's Horford. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Miles sets a screen for Monk. Craig with it. Now guarded by Monk. Lets it go with a 3. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Here's Lyles. That 3 off the mark. Celtics leading by 13. Horford the pass to Pritchard. Brown inside the line. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Brown's got his first bucket in this one. And DeRozan kicks to Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
Monk has some bunnies on it. I mean, he leaps up there with ease to throw that one down. The D has got to be a little bit more aware of his athleticism.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. He is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Horford with the screen on DeRozan. There's Brown with the 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, the DNA of Jaylen Brown. This guy competes. They're responding with a 3 of his own.
Pass to Lyles. Monk outside. The three from Davis. Rebounded by Hauser. Boston leading by 16. Takes the three. Monk grabs the board. Hey, Brent, you spent a bunch of your career as a scoring guard off the bench. A lot like Malik Monk.
Well, not quite like Malik Monk, but this guy has been unbelievable. The way that he changes the pace of a game with scoring. It reminds me of a younger version of Jamal Crawford, who obviously won 3 Six-Man of the Year titles. This guy is so explosive and so confident. He has leaned into the role of being a difference maker as a six-man.
The Kings have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 7 points for Malik Monk.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
The Kings trail by 12. That's going to be over that. Not watching for the line that time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
41 seconds left to play in the first half. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 8 points.
It's so smooth when Brown is feeling it from deep. No hesitation.
Pass to Lyles. And DeRozan kicks to Lyles. Launches a three. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Jacks up a three. Sabonis grabs the ball. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Lyles. Monk, the pass to Lyles. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Clock at 4. Gets it down to single digits. Levine's got the first bucket of the third here for Sacramento. Holiday finds Tatum. Brown wide open. He fires. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The Kings trail by 9. Outside for Murray. Back to Levine. Pass to Valanciunas. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Sacramento foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Celtics substitution.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
Shireman.
A 3 from Porzingis. Crowder pulls it in. Sacramento's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. No good from Valanciunas. Celtics leading by 9. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time. and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
Levine kicks to Crowder. And it's off from three-point range. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Here's Porzingis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And now a 12-point Boston lead. There's Levine. Lays it up off the glass. Levine's got 9.
And over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Outside Holiday. Sacramento grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ellis the pass to Murray. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. And White, the bucket on the assist by Porzingis. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Such a gifted scorer. When Levine is this locked in, the defense is in for a long night.
Tatum, that's good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Ellis, and the layup's good off the glass.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Outside Tatum. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. 10 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Head always on a swivel. Levine making things happen with his passing.
54 seconds left to play here in the third. Tatum against Crowder. Outside Tatum. Launches it. Bean with the rebound. The Kings trail by 9. Here's Crowder. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Murray outside. Outside Levine. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. And that one, good. Levine's got 10 points in just the second half.
Good touch on the interior. Levine really crafty at figuring out ways to create space down low.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've got a big advantage. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Lyles out there with Domantas Sabonis, and it's Davis in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Substitution. Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Lets it go. It's hauled in by Lyles. The Kings trail by 10. Davis kicks to Lyles. Back to Davis. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Porzingis finds Holiday. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3 points.
And the Celtics lead by 10. Davis, the pass to Lyles. Back to Davis. drops in the layup for 2. 7 points for Davis.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And how about Mark there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. And Davis throws it down.
Such opportunistic basketball right there. And that's when they desperately needed it.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Good, nice job down low.
And the coaching staff better alert their defense to Porzingis and how comfortable he is right now on offense.
Over to the left wing. Miles with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
It's stolen by Wiles. Outside DeRozan. Takes it inside. And it's White with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
The Celtics have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And the whistle blows is going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Sacramento making some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Trey Lyles. Zach LaVine comes in for Murray. And it's Ellis in for Davis. And here is Tatum. Screen by Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Crowder. Offline with his 3. Sacramento's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. White with it. Sabonis defending. Tatum, that's for 2. Sacramento grabs the miss. Here's DeRozan. Outside, LaVine. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. White dishes to Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Pass to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Crowder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ellis kicks to LaVine. Back to Ellis to take the lead. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now here's Tatum. Crowder with the steal. Pass to Sabonis. LaVine up top. Over White. DeRozan finds LaVine. Driving the lane. Money!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Ellis with it. He's picked up by White. LaVine. Yes!
So impressive with the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
The kick out to Crowder. Holiday against Ellis. Now LaVine. Here's Crowder. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking the page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Timeout, Kings. Three, LaVine. What a shot! Amazing!
the buzzer. 4.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Time, but eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view
Great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Denny Avdia out there with Williams. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Henderson against Levine. Outside Sharp. Pass to Henderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Sharp, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Crowder outside. Beyond the arc. Portland with a rebound. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the head coach for Sacramento gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked which end of the floor Robert Williams was scarier on, and coach said, I'm definitely afraid of him as a defender. I told my guys to be very careful when going up against him. Stick with it, try to draw the fouls off him as much as you can. The plan is to turn Williams' aggressive defense against him if possible, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Henderson for 3. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Will Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always fought like a head coach.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Avdia. And rebounded by Zach LaVine.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Three-pointer. Rebounded by Kamare. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Avdia. Takes the 3. Avdia, screen on Crowder. Back to Avdia. Here's Henderson. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Yeah, how about the touch from Henderson? Sinking that floater with confidence.
Avdia with a steal. To the paint. Intercepted. Levine passes to Crowder. Stolen by Sharp. And he lobs it up. Tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
The Kings leading. Crowder, pass to Murray. Taken away. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Kamari. Takes a three. Drains the triple. Kamari's got 6.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Levine feeling it out a bit to halt the run. Avdia pulls it in.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Sharp with it, guarded by Valanciunas. Down low, outside for Henderson. The three-pointer off the mark. The Kings have gone 2 for 7, a sluggish start. Levine passes to Ellis. Back to Levine. The three is up. And he misses again, now 0 for 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Avdia can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Murray for 3, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
The main role of Murray offensively, hit those threes, spread out that defense.
Avdia can't get it to go. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Levine against Avdia. There's the 3. Shot by Levine, no good. And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. They trail by 1. Pass to Kamari. Henderson outside. Back to Avdia. Clock at 6. Outside for Henderson. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
Oh, good 3-ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
Valanciunas passes to Ellis. Lets the 3 fly. He's off on that one. So, at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the trick. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Davis in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Davis. Pass to DeRozan. Grant with a steal. Going all the way to the rack. Monk with a steal. Deflects the pass. Throws it up high. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's DeRozan. Oh, hits the outside fadeaway.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Shots good by Sabonis.
It's so important to have confidence in your shot. There, Sabonis showing plenty of it and knocking it down.
Pass to Rupert. Grant outside. Sabonis against Aiden. Shot clock at 5. The jump hook. Out to Simons for 3. Launches a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Fantastic decision making. Aiden electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Davis, the pass to Lyles. Walker on the double team. Back to Lyles. Out to Sabonis. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Trailblazers lead by 3. Here's Rupert. And again, It's Portland with a three.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
Sabonis, the pass to Lyles, to the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Simons with a steal. Now here's Ayton. Defense is right there. And there's the lob. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. And up the floor again come the Kings. Running the court. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Now here's Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
There's a minute 59 left in the first half. Again, the Trailblazers, good for 2. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Here's DeRozan. After the basket by Portland. Davis finds Monk. Back to Davis. Outside Monk. Pass to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. It's Monk on the wing. Walker covering. And it's Monk missing. And here's Portland. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Grant with it. A minute 4 left to play in the second quarter. Fires the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Monk for 3. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Monk's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Trailblazers lead by 8. Here's Rupert. Off target with the 3. Oh, there's the alley.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Ayton passes to Graham. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Monk passes to Sabonis. Fires for 3. And it's Monk. That time on the assist by Sabonis. Monk's got 6.
And setting the table for his guys. Sabonis is such a shrewd and cunning distributor.
Ayton finds Simons. And here's Ayton. 3-pointer. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Portland leading by 5. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Scoot and Sharp with the backcourt set. Denny Avdia out there with Williams. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. Now here's Sharp. He's scoreless. Crowder with a steal. On the wing, Levine. Let's go with a 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot 3s.
Avdia, good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Murray, a screen on Sharp. Levine passes to Murray. Now here's Levine. And the dunk by Levine.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 5. Pass to Kamari. Avdia from outside. Zach Levine clears it away. Levine's got rebound number 5 here tonight. For the tie. To the wing on the left. On the wing, Levine. Stolen by Sharp. Stolen by Valanciunas. On the wing, Levine. And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
First team foul.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And Levine throws it down.
What a dunk by Levine, looking to punish the defense.
Pass to Kamari. Three-pointer Sharp. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Levine for 3. Oh, Levine! What an athlete!
Out on the floor, Levine can really move. He keeps the fast break 1 step ahead of the defense.
Back to Henderson. Avdia outside. Looking to end the run. Rebound by Sacramento.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Inside. Pass to Ellis. Knocks down the long J. Now it's a 6-point Sacramento lead.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create. Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Levine for 3. Sinks it from distance. Levine's got 13 points now in the quarter. Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the 2 areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision-making.
Henderson finds Avdia. Left side Sharp. Crowder with a steal. Avdia with a steal. To the paint. The Trailblazers rebound. Pass to Kamari. Avdia outside. Sends it home from 3-point land.
3.
Avdia's got 8.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment. You see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Second team foul.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. .105 left in the third. Sabonis with a screen on Walker. Lyles the pass to Sabonis. Shoots over Ayton. Sacramento again missing.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Portland trailing here. Outside Walker. Down low. It's tipped. And he lobs it up. And Ayton with the stuff.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Outside Monk. Outside Davis. And he dunks it down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Sabonis finds Davis, picked by Sabonis. The 3-ball. Portland with a rebound. Ayton with it. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the third.
That's right, everyone.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 2-point game. Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Davis in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Rupert. Walker, a screen on Monk. Now the Kings in transition. He launches a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
And Sacramento has possession. Portland making their last shot. Back to Lyles. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Monk. Just 5 to shoot. Sabonis against Ayton. Oh, rejected by Ayton. Simons right side. And he's going for the lob. And Ayton with the stuff.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Davis with it, and Walker picks him up defensively. Back to Lyles. The 3 is up. Portland with a rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds now. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Davis. That's his first foul of the game. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Avdia, he's checked in for Walker. Kamara comes in for Grant. Sharp, he's checked in for Rupert. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. Now here's Henderson. Stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Levine for 3. They get it back. Pass to Valanciunas. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last.
Kings ball.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside for Levine. 4 on the clock. Over Sharp. Levine, good. Levine's got 15 points here in the second half.
I mean, Levine wasn't about to let that possession get away from them. I mean, he knew just how much time there was left on the shot clock.
Back to Sharp to tie it up. Valanciunas with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Levine. Murray, a screen on Sharp. Murray passes to Valanciunas. Here's Levine for 3. At the arc, Zach Levine.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Murray with the drive. This one for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now. 3-pointer Sharp. He buries it from 3.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player's tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
Pass to Ellis. Now Crowder on the wing. Levine buries it from 3. Levine's got 8 here in this quarter.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Avdia from outside. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Levine. The 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his 3-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Ayton. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Crowder pass to Levine from the arc. It's hauled in by Henderson. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out.
Three-pointer Sharp. No good on the shot. And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. And that doesn't go either for Levine. Now Portland with it. They trail by 6. They get the rebound. Sharp up top. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Kamari. Outside for Henderson. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Levine. And here's Crowder from the arc. Misses. And so it's Sacramento with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or...
a blow. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia out there with Williams. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. Now Sharp following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. Sharp, that's good.
Boy, is he active. I love seeing Sharp just get after it on the backboard.
Tatum setting the pick for Brown with the drive. Holiday, no one around him. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Outside Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Brown outside. Fade away. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Williams sends a screen for Henderson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Portland moving the ball around. Porzingis with the steal. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop.
And that's about length. It's about awareness. It's about anticipation. Porzingis able to kickstart the break.
Henderson passes to Sharp. Back to Henderson. A 3. Drills the 3-pointer. 8 points for Shaedon Sharp.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. The 3 from Tatum. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
But Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Tatum's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 4. Down low. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Boston has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Boston ball.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's White. Boston again missing. And so is Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Henderson finds Avdia. The fadeaway. And Tatum pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Avdia, a screen on White. Tatum against Avdia. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Outside, Avdia. Henderson outside. They get it again. Here's Williams. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Here's White. Strains the three-pointer.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for the And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. You've got Anthony Simons, Andre Ayton out there with Jabari Walker. Then there's Grant, and it's Rupert in at the shooting guard position. They get it back for Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Boston ends up going with the new group. Here's Ayton. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. The Celtics have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Craig finds Horford. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Here's Grant. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
Here's Hauser, and again, Boston with the triple.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Ayton, the pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Here's Pritchard. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the lead.
And an intentional foul right there. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics.
Here's Simons. Grant kicks to Simons. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Pritchard. This one for 3. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Floats it up for Walker. It's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here we go, one-on-one. And Ayton throws it down.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Simons. Pritchard gets the bucket.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
To the middle. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Good with the triple. Portland leading by 5. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
No good from Grant. Boston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 assists from long range. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Brown.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot. Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Boston's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Horford dishes to Brown. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
Here's Grant. Back to Simons. Ayton sets the pick for Simon. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. He's off on that one.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
A wide open look here for Craig. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Walker.
Today will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Walsh in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Outside, Porzingis. For the lead. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in this game. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Walsh. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Trailblazers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Outside, Williams. Now here's Henderson. He's covered closely. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking a three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Avdia against Tatum. Avdia, the pass to Williams. Looking for Avdia and gets it there. Kamare misses. Boston leading by 3. Pass to Walsh. And here we go with Henderson. And Portland with another turnover here. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Outside Holiday. Here's Tatum. Shoots the 3. That shot off the mark. Tatum against Avdia. Henderson, no one around him. Traps in the tray.
3.
Henderson's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Stolen by Avdia. It's Henderson on the wing. White covering. It's stolen by White. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Boston again missing. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Sharp outside Avdia. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And the way the Celtics can attack teams doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
For 3, Henderson sinks the three-pointer. Henderson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Trailblazers. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. White looking around. To the paint. Tatum dishes to White. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis can't hit. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls. That puts him up by 1 point. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. That one misses.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Down low. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
It's stolen by White. For the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Tatum against Grant. Right side Tatum. Misses the 3.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Ayton, the pass to Henderson. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Trailblazers lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Grant is out there with Walker. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Rupert in at the 2-guard position.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
And here's Tatum for 3.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Left side Grant. Henderson for 3. That shot no good. Boston trailing. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Takes a 3. Tatum with another miss. And for Portland, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Henderson. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Brown, he's checked in for the Celtics. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Tatum, no good.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Grant gets a wide-open look. Nailed from three-point land. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. Outside Tatum from downtown. Boston again missing.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And Simons has it in the corner. Right side to Walker. The kick out to Simons. Here's Rupert. And a miss there on the triple. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Brown with it, now defended by Grant, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Avdia, the pass to Williams. The kick out to Simons. Here's the 3. And it's Williams with the jam.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the ball.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Smears it from three-point range.
And Brown can score from anywhere, which is what makes him a big problem for the defense.
Avdia, a screen on White. Sharp, that's good.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
Tatum. Rebound by Williams.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Simons finds Sharp. Back to Simons. Avdia on the wing. Clock at 6. Outside Williams. Here's Kamara. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 6. Outside White. Outside Tatum. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Back to Simons. There's a screen by Williams. And stolen by Tatum.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
To the inside.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to Sharp. To the wing on the left. Floats it up for Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building. And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
White against Sharp. Simons, the pass to Sharp. Porzingis with the steal. And here comes one. Leading the fast break. Skins the 3.
In one area where they have it struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
And Portland turns it over again.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. What do you think we're going to see here?
Well, you need the three here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
Substitution on the court.
The three from Tatum. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, palm me
These guys are lethal one-on-one. But I think the key...
The Celtics strutting through the tunnel earlier on. The Boston faithful waiting to cheer them on. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Now Sacramento starting five. DeRozan and Murray slotting at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. On the wing, LaVine. He takes it in. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Holiday, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Spins. Kicks it out to Ellis. A 3 ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis.
Excellent dime from Sabonis. His court awareness is really impressive.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. When I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's DeRozan. The 17-footer goes down.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. And Sabonis pulls it down. Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better, so the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
Kings have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. For 3, LaVine, a 3-pointer is right on target.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Outside Holiday. Rebound by Murray.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Ellis kicks to Murray. There's the triple. Rebound Boston. Outside Holiday. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, he's so smooth, and it just looks like he's never out of control through Holiday.
Bean passes to Ellis. DeRozan surveying the D. There's the lob to Sabonis. And the officials call traveling violation.
Boston ball coming onto the floor for the Celtics. Number 55.
Boston trailing.
Baylor. Fairman.
Outside Tatum. Offensive rebound. Out to White. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. LaVine with it. He's picked up by White. Pass to Sabonis. Back to LaVine. It's up a 3. Murray sets a screen for Levine. In the corner, it's Sabonis. 5 to shoot. From the arc. And it's Levine that time on the assist by Sabonis. Levine's got 6.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When Levine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Deep 2 from Murray. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
The 3. And that's good. Jason Tatum for 3. Tatum's got his second basket.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Sabonis' screen on White. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Levine against White. Outside, Levine. Ellis with a screen on White. Levine can't hit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Carter. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Davis in at the 3 spot. Hits it from three-point range.
Terrific feed from Valanciunas, a big man scanning the deck.
Hauser the pass to Brown. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Lyles. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The shot by Monk is no good. Boston shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And the dunk by Horford.
All right, Al Horford getting up there for the gym. You forget how big he is.
Monk outside. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
It's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Craig, good. Craig's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them, and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Kings have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Valanciunas. Off target with his 3. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Hauser. Out defending. Fires the 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Monk's got 4 this quarter. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Inside, and Valanciunas gets to Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. From downtown, the offensive rebound. Carter, the pass to Lyles. Tries again. Out to the wing. There's the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Lyles got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Kings.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Brown, no good.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Monk for three. Rebound, Boston.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Brown kicks to Craig. To end the cold streak. Boston again missing. Sacramento leading by 4. Monk finds Carter. Monk outside. Back to Valanciunas. 4 on the shot clock. This one for 3. The shot by Monk is no good. Boston shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Here's Horford, and finished off by Horford.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Shots good by Lyle.
3 points.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
On the wing, Monk, guarded by Horford. They get it back, pass to Lyles. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boston ball.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. Picked by Horford. Brown outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Kings lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Trey Lyles. What a contribution.
Really impressed with the shot selections through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Shireman in at the small forward spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Celtics trail by 8 in 2023. And Brent, you and I remember this. Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus. But this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
And here's Tatum for 3. Cans it from downtown. Tatum's got 11 points.
And he's got such a smooth release on that jump shot. You can feel that it's just coming naturally to him.
Holiday with the 3. White dishes to Holiday. Shoots it. Levine with the rebound. And so Levine will bring it up now for Sacramento. They've led by as much as 10. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Holiday with it. Picked up by Ellis. Lets it go with the 3. Shireman can't hit. Ellis against Holiday. Shots good by Ellis. Ellis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Shireman. Porzingis high post. And here's Holiday. Back to Tatum. Over Murray. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Murray, good.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Levine, a screen on Holiday. Ellis kicks to Levine. Lets the three fly. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Celtics trail by 11. Pass to Sharman. Nice ball movement by Boston. Porzingis can't hit. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Right side Levine, outside DeRozan. Shoots over White. And Boston with the rebound. 1:32 left in the third. Outside Holiday. Porzingis passes to White. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. Over Sabonis. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Tatum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Boston. White against Levine. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Kings foul.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Brown on the wing. Here's White. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Kings leading now by 9. For the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Lyles got 12 points in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Valanciunas with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Davis in the corner. It's stolen by Brown. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Over to the left wing. Lyles with it. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Celtics trail by 12. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Carter out there with Malik Monk. Then it's Trey Lyons. And there's Davis. And it's Valanciunas. And at the 5, home in the paint.
Yeah, that's tough for the defense. Porzingis inside. I don't know who defensively is going to get to him.
Pass to Valanciunas. To the middle. Lets it go from 11. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And White kicks to Tatum. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Sacramento has possession. Fades and shoots. Pass to Lyles. Takes a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Porzingis for a 3. A shot missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the King. 10-point lead. The shot's good from Monk.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Valanciunas with the ball. Out-guarded by Porzingis. The shot by Monk is no good. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
The Kings making a switch here. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Keegan Murray comes in for Lyle. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Terrence Davis. And Levine subbed in for Carter. Sabonis against Tatum. Offensive rebound, out to DeRozan. Monk outside. Pass to Levine. Just 4 to shoot. The 3. Sinks the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times. Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. That one's off, still out of sync. Sacramento leading by 18. And stolen by White. And pushing it up, here's Boston. There's Brown with the 3. It's good from long range. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Kick out to Levine.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Offensive rebound. Kings moving the ball around. Back to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. Sacramento again missing. White with it. Now defended by Levine. Tatum, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Kings. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Holiday against Levine. Monk outside. Outside, Levine. Taken away by Holiday.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Kings.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
White against Monk. Lobs it up for Levine. Taken away by Holiday. Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Murray.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Throws it up high and finished off by DeRozan.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Pass to Levine. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Levine for 3, no good. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks.